Okay, guys, our next guest coming off his big, spectacular win over Derek Brunson at UFC 230, arguably making the most noise at 185. The last stylebender, Black Magic, aka Big Low himself, Israel Adesanya. Welcome back to Submission Radio. How are you today?
What's up with those names? Why are you bringing those up?
Oh, man.
Here we go.
We were hoping to get a bit of a cheeky smile out of you. So here's the thing. Talk about an incredible time capsule. Reddit has found your old YouTube channel from like 10 years ago, full of videos of you. Yeah, full of videos of you dancing. You were the dance crew. You were giving your thoughts on the New Zealand dance scene. It's amazing to look back on it. Did you know that this found its way to Reddit recently?
Reddit's like the fucking underground, but for me, it's like, I can watch some of those videos. You know, you ever look at your old Bebo or like your old MySpace? And you're like, why did I dress like that? Why did I? So for me, yeah. So for me, when I look at those videos, I cherish those moments, but it's like young me. You know what I mean? Young me. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of talent. There's still a lot of great stuff in those videos. But what age were you when you were doing those videos? When did you sort of stop updating that channel? And what was the original goal? Was that going to be sort of with the big thing, sort of people following your dance career and sort of following that kind of side of you at that age?
Well, it was either being a dancer or being a fighter. And being a dancer would have been like being a dance choreographer, like for the big musicians, because I can't sing. If I could sing, they wouldn't have a job. I would have killed all of them. But I can't sing, so I was going to be like a dance choreographer or be a fighter. But at the end of the day, I can always dance for free. I can't always go around beating everyone up. So, yeah, that kind of just took its own path, I guess. Yeah, but that was fun. That was just literally within the New Zealand community, the dance community, the crump community. So, yeah, I don't know.
Do they still call you that when they run into you on the streets?
Yeah.
Do you still
like those who know it's Black Magic? So like when you call me that, I'm like, you don't. It's Styles to you, sir. Styles to you.
We can't, we can't call you that. I mean, it's crazy though, because the dancing, obviously something that was such a main passion of yours for so many years. How good does it feel to sort of be able to bring that into the octagon before and after your fight? Specifically, you did it before and after the Derek Brunson fight.
I don't even have to try. Like I thought I was gonna come out just smiling, cool, calm, collected for that fight. And as soon as I hit the arena, it's like I just walked into this realm and it was just wow. Like it just hit me. Like I don't even know how to. It just hit me. I didn't know how to. I was just moving. Even like on the video clip itself of Smile Bitch, there's one bit where Bill Cosby did the look back. I didn't even know I did that. I did that by accident. And people were like, did he just hit the Bill Cosby look back? I checked. I was like, oh, I did too. But I was just like, I ain't going back and forth with you niggas. Like it was just natural. Yeah. I mean, I'm a guy I'm rhythmic. This is why these guys can't fuck with me, because they're ecstatic.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, apart from finding the YouTube channel, we were very excited to find out you and Dana White had a big meeting in Sydney last week following your big impressive win in New York. Take us inside that meeting. What was that like, meeting the big boss man sort of in Australia?
Yeah, I've met him before a couple times, but sit down across from him and talk business. Yeah, it's exactly what I thought it would be. Like me and him, we're on the same page. We have an appreciation for each other's work. And, excuse me, woo.
Pizza,
and yeah,
the return.
It's coffee this time. But yeah, it was good. A lot was said. It was like a 45-minute meeting. So, yeah, a lot was done in that 45. A lot of stuff were moving, let's just say, moving parts.
Okay, because I was going to say, Dana obviously doesn't just go around taking meetings with everybody, but he seems to be taking an extra sort of, I guess, care in you and your career. Why do you think he's making that extra effort with yourself?
I mean, why do you think? I've already known this about myself for so long. I always knew that I was going to be the guy. In 2015, when I slid in his DMs, I said, just give me one shot. Take me to that octagon. I'll handle the rest. Just give me one shot. So once they got a taste, like a crack had it with a bad at it, they want to move.
I kind of get a feeling from Dana, and even when we were doing the post-fight press conference with him in New York and we were asking him the stuff about you, it's almost like he's kind of taking you under his wing and you're kind of like his personal project. Does it feel like he's a bit more hands-on with you than he is with a lot of other fighters?
Of course. If you have it, you have it. you know. And if you know you have it, a lot of people shy away from it because they don't want to seem like they want to be with the rest. I'm like, fuck that. I wasn't meant to conform or to be like you guys. I'm meant to stand out. So I've always stood out throughout my whole fight career, and that hasn't changed now. I still stand out like a sore thumb. And yeah, I mean, he's looking after me well. And the thing is, a lot of these guys, they can get envious because they've been in the company for so long and they're not getting this kind of treatment. They're not getting main event spots. They're not getting to pick and choose when they move. So yeah, they can sit there and envy and hate, but yeah, I choose to just keep going and motivate.
It's interesting because Dana's so busy and he's not really. It doesn't really look like he's planning on who's fighting who for this guy and that guy. He's pretty withdrawn from that. But with you, did he have like a plan when he sat down with you? Did he already have everything figured out? Like, all right, this is how I'd like you to fight next. This is how long I think it's going to take for you to get to a title. This is what we're planning once you get here. Did he have like a full plan ready for you when you guys had this meeting?
Yeah, he already had his plans, and that's why I had to go sit in front of him because I had my own plans. I had my own thoughts on what I want to do. So when I sit in front of someone, you can feel me. You can really understand what I'm saying. You can feel my passion. So it's different than doing it over the phone. So yeah, he's on board with my plan now, and he likes it. I sold him the idea. You guys wait till everything comes to fruition. If the other guy says yes, I should say when he says yes. I don't know, but I feel like, yeah, when he says yes, it's going to be historic. It's going to be something that you guys are going to buzz over. And then later on, what I have planned after that, that's going to be sick as well. So, yeah, in due time, everything will unfold.
Well, we've been going through every opponent, every possible choice ourselves. So we've been game planning as well, Israel. But just quickly, when you saw his plan compared to your plan, were they different? And how hard was it for you to be like, I respect your thing, but this is what I'm thinking?
We had the same opponent in mind, but just he had a different plan of action. So as soon as I sold him my one, he was like, "Yep, I like that. I like it. I love it. Let's go." So it's different when I'm in front of you. Like I'm not here to just fuck around. I'm not here to just beat around the bush. I say what I say and I do what I do. So yeah, he understood, and he's a man. He's got his own plans, not just for my fight, but for the UFC and onwards as well. That you guys will find out later on. It was cool to sit alongside him in a board meeting and just watch him passionately dominate all these fucking bigwigs, all these suits. So I like a guy like that who's in the position he's in, but he's not a suit. He's not a conformist. He's a guy that's cut from a different cloth as well. So it's cool to watch. It's cool to be. It's inspiring because you've seen him all over all these years, and people forget. Without him, none of this shit would happen, you know. And he has made some mistakes in the past. He's even admitted it. You know, he even admitted it at the board meeting. He's made some mistakes, but you have to learn from them. And yeah, it's like I'm still. See, he could have sold out. He could have like, fuck it. I'm gonna sell. Cash in. When IMG bought the UFC, but he loved it. So it's cool to like see him still going strong, still making money, still doing big things for the sport. So yeah, I mean, sitting in that meeting like a fly on the wall, listening in, and just like, it inspired me and made me realize like, fuck yeah, there's a whole lot of money to be made. There's a whole lot of history to be made. So yeah, I want to make everything.
Yeah, well, I remember hearing you saying after the Tavares fight, you guys chatted, and he said, hey, you want to make some crazy money? So it seems like that conversation sort of continued from there. I was going to say, when we were in New York at UFC 230, you were speaking after the fight, and it looked like you were going to take some time off. It seems like that's not the case. Maybe you're not going to go on your European holiday. I don't know if you're going to go to your friend's wedding in Ireland, but you're looking to come back a little bit sooner. When exactly did you decide that? Was it in this meeting, or was it a little bit earlier based on sort of how your knee's feeling?
It was before the meeting. It was before the meeting because sometimes you have to just like pull back. Is this thing, you can't see the forest for the trees. Sometimes if you're too set on an idea, and my idea was like, fuck yeah, 4 fights this year, smoked everyone. I'm on a streak. I deserve this holiday. I can do whatever I want, and I just had to pull back a bit and realize like, look, you're only here for a short time, and I had a dream that kind of like changed my mind on this fight and this plan. So yeah, I'm going to put the Europe trip on the back burner. I'm still going to go to my friend's wedding and I'm just gonna put the whole Europe trip on the back burner until after the fight. Then I'm gonna do that. But yeah, right now, excuse me. Right now, this is more important, pretty much.
Well, let me ask you something. We know it's all in secret, but just roughly, what was the premises of the dream without sort of revealing names? Can you sort of share that with us?
No.
Oh, okay. Let me ask you this then. The knee, you mentioned that it's sort of feeling a little bit better, and you're going to be avoiding surgery. Take us into it a little bit.
Factor, I'm fine. I hit him with the same knee that was fucked. You know, the knee I was fucking limping on 5 weeks prior. I hit him with the same knee and broke his face. So yeah, now I feel I heal like crazy. Honestly, I'm like Wolverine or Deadpool. I got that healing factor. I'm like, and I feel like it's good. Just got a little scab on it right now. That's about it. A little boo-boo, but gravy.
I was going to say, how likely do you think it might be that you end up on this Melbourne card, UFC 234? I think that's what a lot of people are hoping, that you're co-main eventing there.
Hopefully, we'll see. I mean, there's also the ESPN card coming up. There's also the end of the year card coming up. You know, you see, I'm still training. I don't fuck around.
End of the year, 232. You think you might be on that one potentially?
There's Adelaide in 2 weeks. I mean, you might guess. Guessed. I've been fighting for so long. That's easy shit to me. Like I'm used to this. I can fight 3 weekends in a row, like it's nothing. Honestly, and I'm not just saying that. I've done it before. So, yeah, stay tuned. You guys will find out eventually. You'll find out soon enough.
You just heard it here first, folks. Ezra Adesanya versus Anderson Silva in Adelaide in a week. No, I'm just kidding. Let's just quickly talk about you spoke to the New Zealand Herald and you mentioned how you're not really interested in being a backup for that title fight. Can you sort of take us into that a little bit? What was behind your motivation there? Because I know you mentioned a while ago to us that it's something that you might actually be interested in. What made you change your mind?
Not that I'm not interested in it. I just feel like there's no what's the point? Like I don't know. If I'm a backup, sure, make me a backup, but I don't want to. I have a different plan. My plan just feels like being a backup would not jeopardize it. Just I'd rather not. I have a different plan. Let's just put it that way. Eventually, you guys will find out soon enough.
I feel like I'm just sort of prodding here. So just let me know if I'm being too annoying. But if something did happen in this title fight and you got that opportunity, would you still consider taking it and doing that title fight and sort of missing out on some of these plans that you'll be announcing soon?
I'll think about it when that time comes. But right now, the fight's still on. I think it's UFC 234. What's his name? Kelvin versus Bobby Knuckles. So that fight's still on. If something happens, then maybe I'll think about it. I didn't say I'll do it. I'll think about it. But right now, I'm sticking to my guns. I'm sticking to my plan.
If you were sort of looking at some of the top options, you got guys like Romero, guys like Rockhold, guys like Jacare, guys like Anderson Silva. I mean, I'm just going to throw it out there. My prediction is it's going to be you versus Rockhold in the co-main event, just based off some of the things you've said in the past and I guess what I gauge from your excitement. But if you had to sort of break down each of their styles, Rockhold, Jacare, and Romero, who would you say is your toughest test out of those guys?
My toughest test out of all three of them?
Yeah.
Me. I'm my toughest test. I'm my biggest critic. Like those guys, I'll take care of all of them in time. I just have to grab the belt first, and they can all line up, and I'll smash them one by one.
I don't know if you watched Jacare's post-fight press conference in New York, but what did you make of him being so adamant that he's the next person to get the title shot? I even brought up the fact that he might be fighting you, and he wouldn't even entertain the idea of how that matchup would go.
11:45. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. He says, he beat Brunson twice. Well, fuck, he got knocked out by both guys, Kelvin and what's his name, Bobby Knuckles. So yeah, that's my counter argument for that. So yeah.
I know. Obviously, recently you've spoken a lot about when you become champion. With you sort of talking about when you become champion and obviously focusing on that being part of your plan, who do you think you end up fighting for that belt? Because obviously Rob and Kelvin are fighting. Who do you think comes out on top? In general, I'm fascinated to hear, how do you think that fight goes and plays out?
I think Robert beats him. And yeah, I'm gonna pick Robert in that fight.
I mean, I'm sure you saw Whittaker's success at the GQ Awards and winning Sportsman of the Year. It really looks like he's done a lot for the sport here locally as well. How do you think he sort of represents the sport in Australia and New Zealand and what he's sort of done? Because he's on buses now. It seems like a lot of people are really taking to him in Australia and New Zealand.
Well, I mean, fuck. Even Dana said that UFC people said he's a guy that doesn't like to do the media and all this kind of shit. I don't like to do it either, but I know what I'm trying to get to. This is part of the sport. If you want to be a household name, you want to be a superstar, you have to get used to doing all this shit. This is part of the gig. So yeah, he doesn't like to do it. That's why he's not as popping right now. You know, he's the champion, but I've got more behind me right now. Wait till I'm champion. I'll be on everywhere. You be taking a piss at the stall in the bathroom, and I'm right in front of you. Yeah, I'll be everywhere after that.
I've seen some of your Instagram stories, and you're pretty much on like every magazine cover in New Zealand. Are you coming to Adelaide next week? We hear that you might be the guest fighter to do even more media potentially.
Or I'm bringing my mouthpiece for some other reasons. Never know. Yeah, I'm coming over. I'll be there. So I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Awesome. Well, we'll look forward to further, I suppose, asking you about what's next in Adelaide. But before we go, we've got to bring up the T-shirt. There's the Good Cunt T-shirt, and soon a good Dick T-shirt, courtesy of our friends at Engage. Or you can even switch things up with a Stay Woke, Stay Broke T-shirt. Israel, as we wrap up, can you give us a preview of what the next T-shirt might be? Because they're all awesome. They're all classics. Is there an instant classic in your head right now that you can share with us?
I got the Broken Native T-shirt, the tattoo, with the Black Panther mix in it. So, yeah, cop that one at engageind.com. That's the new one. And next, no preview. You'll see it when it comes out.
Well, don't forget to follow the man also on Twitter and Instagram @StyleBender. Israel will always appreciate coming on the show, man. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Easy as. See you guys later.
See you in Adelaide, man. Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you.